Kinney.
Good evening. It continues to be a storm tracker 2 alert day. All they're tracking is snow. It's going to keep falling at a decent rate as we head into tonight. Meteorologist James DeFazio is tracking the latest from the Weather Center.
Yes.
Yeah, snow is the magic word.
Our alert day continues.
Snow.
Snow continues. I don't think we're going to have enough.
No.
This isn't going to be enough. We're going to have to break out the yardsticks tonight. We're going to probably go over a foot of snow pretty easily by the time all is said and done. Taking a look at downtown Utica right now, heavy snow, moderate to heavy snow. It's not quite as heavy as it was earlier in the day, but still very, very steady snowfall falling from the sky, and it is piling up. Winter storm warnings continue through the night tonight into the day tomorrow, and I wanted to show the visibility tracker. Now, we don't have fog out there right now, but visibility is still extremely poor because we've had snow all day at temperatures in the single digits, and we've only had light winds with a few wind gusts, but that's enough to create really poor visibility. Driving conditions are very poor. It's also still very cold. Single digits across the North Country, single digits across the Mohawk Valley, single digits across the southern tier. We're actually tracking it to warm up overnight tonight. We'll climb up into the teens as the night progresses. Really thick, a really thin band of heavy snow lifting northward right now. We're going to see those snowfall rates continue to increase yet again at times over the next several hours. We're going to see heavy snow right up until about midnight tonight. 5 degrees with light snow falling at Griffis and Rome, and again, that 6-mile-per-hour breeze is enough to make it feel like 6 below zero. So it is frigid out there with the wind chill factor at play. If you don't have to drive, don't, because the roads are absolutely horrific. We're getting reports of plenty of accidents. Take a look at the traffic tracker. It is, it's bad when the entirety of our thruway corridor is at least in the yellow and orange. That is really when conditions have taken a turn for the worst. The snowfall forecast remains as is. We are still expecting totals to be in the 16 to 20-inch range by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, heavy snow continues, lows right around midnight in the high single digits. Coming up, we'll break down what happens towards the back end of this storm. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. That storm blanketing the entire area with several inches of snow already. The scanner has been busy in Oneida, Herkimer, and Otsego counties with multiple reports of accidents. Several local school districts already canceling classes for the day. Those are scrolling at the bottom of your screen and on WKTV.com. Several municipalities declaring snow emergencies because of the storm in Oneida County. That list includes the city of Utica, city of Rome, village of Whitesboro, New York Mills, and Yorkville, along with the town of Marcy, town of Kirkland, and town of New Hartford. In Herkimer County, the town and village of Frankfort both declaring snow emergencies, along with the village of Ilion. The full list of snow emergencies also on our website, along with those school and business closings, WKTV.com. Crews from the Utica DPW are going to be working roads in the city clear. Plows have been on the road since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. They aren't going to stop until the snow does. They're asking residents, be patient. They have a lot of roads to clear, so if they don't get to yours right away, they will eventually. They also need your help to make their job easier.
Let us do our job, and at 10 o'clock, please get your car off the roads. We need to clear the streets. It's going to be a long night, and we're just going to keep going around. We'll hit every street. We'll be there more than once, and just let us do our thing.
For any cars that are still on city streets after 10 p.m., you will be ticketed and towed. The Oneida Herkimer Solid Waste Authority says they're still collecting for tonight. But if you don't have to put out your cans, don't. They're telling folks if they can, hold on to the garbage and recycling until their next collection day or use containers with lids. City of Utica residents will be able to bring their blue bags to the EcoDrop site on Sewage Plant Road until Wednesday. Governor Hochul also asking people statewide to stay home because of the storm. She's activated the New York National Guard with 100 troops deployed in the Hudson Valley and New York City. Statewide Code Blue Alert also remains in effect. It's some of the coldest temperatures that we've seen in several years.
Shocking reports out of Watertown. Actual temperature in Watertown was -34 and -49 in Copenhagen. That is not the real feel. That is not the wind chill. That is actual temperature. We warned this to be dangerously cold, and it is not it's been unrelenting.
A state of emergency remains in effect because of the storm. Firefighters in Utica once again battled.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good Sunday evening. Our alert day continues with heavy snowfall continuing to fall as a storm works through the Ohio River Valley and into the northeast and becomes a coastal system. We are seeing totals across central New York already of 6 to all the way up to 12 inches of snow depending on your location. Southern Otsego County double digits, the North Country a little bit lower on the end, closer to a half a foot. We're going to continue to see these totals rise. Take a look at downtown Utica where there's snow blowing the sidewalks right now because we have about 7.5 inches of snow on the ground in downtown Utica. Roads are very poor. Visibility is very poor. Even the hospital, which is not far away from the camera shot there, you can see that it's not quite clear to make out. Heavy snow continues this evening. Snow continues overnight. Steady snow lasts until about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that's why we're going to end up with these high totals. The snow continues overnight. Light snow continues during the day on Monday, but it is more scattered and intermittent. Cold and snowy weather pattern settles in for the week ahead. Winter storm warnings remain in effect through the night tonight, through tomorrow morning until early tomorrow afternoon. Then we will begin to see them slowly get canceled as the storm continues to depart off to the east. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Take a look at this really deep blue band of snow working northward right now. We're going to see these bands continue to shift in as this coastal storm continues to take over. And these really dark blues, as this slides in Utica, you're going to notice an extreme uptick in snow. We're going to go from a half inch to 3/4 of an inch per hour to, while you're within that dark blue band, 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, very heavy snow. A look at this storm system which stretches from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to Canada and Maine. It is covering the entirety of the eastern seaboard. We've had tornado warnings in the southeast today. We have freezing rain in the Carolinas, sleet in the mid-Atlantic, a mix of sleet and snow across the Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. area, and plenty of snowfall for New England, upstate New York, and central Pennsylvania. As we zoom in, we can see we still have a lot of storm to go. What we're going to see now is an energy transfer. The low pressure center that was in the Ohio River Valley is going to transfer its energy off the coast here, and we're going to see this low pressure center deepen and continue to bring us snow into the day on Monday. Lows tonight actually occur right around midnight, and then temperatures continue to rise and stabilize. We're going to see lows right around 10 degrees, and then temperatures climb into the low to mid-teens overnight. We're also going to continue to see isolated gusty winds tonight. 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts at times as wind funnels down the valley. Winds die down for a period of time overnight and for early tomorrow morning, but then wind direction switches. We're going to go from an east wind to a northwest wind, and northwesterly winds Monday afternoon bring 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts all of Monday afternoon, and that's going to again create blowing and drifting of snow. The timeline tonight, heavy snow continues with extremely poor road conditions. Overnight, steadier snow, lighter but steady snow. Poor visibility continues with that blowing snow and slick roads. And then by tomorrow morning, lingering lighter snowfall. It's still going to be a nasty Monday morning commute because of the amount of snow that will have fallen by that time. As we head into later in the week, as we look towards Tuesday and Wednesday, we're looking at lighter snowfall, some northwest winds coming off of the lake, a little bit of lake enhancement. A clipper system as well is working through a very weak low pressure center, but most of the snow we see is courtesy of Lake Ontario, and areas closest to the lake see the highest amounts during this upcoming week. We're also looking at temperatures only in the 10s to teens for the majority of the week. It is a frigid week ahead. We also have lows towards the end of the week below zero, so we're not done with the wintry temperatures by any sense of the means. Snowfall forecast has not changed. Still expecting by tomorrow evening, by the time all is said and done, 16 to 20 inches of snow across the region. This snowfall map is for additional snowfall during the day on Monday. So from 8 a.m. Monday to 11 p.m. Monday, an additional trace to 3 inches across central New York. So we are going to tack on a little bit during the day tomorrow. It's just going to be intermittent and not as widespread and not nearly as significant. That heavy snow continues tonight, and we see heavy snow right until about midnight. After midnight, it turns steady, a little bit more intermittent, a little bit more scattered. By 9 a.m., that steady snow begins to come to an end, and we just see scattered snow showers for the remainder of Monday. That lake effect snow band begins to form Monday evening, and we continue to see bands, multi-bands of lake effect snow, light lake effect snow, Monday night into Tuesday morning. Tonight, heavy snow with lows in the high single digits, approximately 8 degrees, but again, those temperatures are going to rise after midnight. A look at your 7-day forecast. A wintry week ahead, plenty of chances of light snow, very, very light snow. Nothing like we're seeing right now. Nothing alert day even close worthy. Just a couple of trace to 3-inch snowfalls on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Chance for some isolated showers on Thursday as well. Cold and quiet as we head into next weekend.
With Ben Kinney.
Good evening. Yep, it's still snowing right now in downtown Utica. In fact, in 99% of New York State, for that matter. How much longer is this going to last? Let's head over to the man who may have the answer, meteorologist James Fazio in the Weather Center. These are shimming the satellite behind you.
I know.
It's just impressive.
It's just a massive system that's working up the coast. And some of us have been hit harder than others. The southern tier seeing much higher totals than the Mohawk Valley and points northward. And we're going to show that on the map. Very heavy snow still falling in downtown Utica. Downtown Utica, somewhere between 8 and 11 inches of snow, depending on your location in downtown Utica. We're going to continue to see a few more additional inches. I have a additional snowfall map for additional snowfall through tomorrow. Here's some snow totals that came in. These did come in a few hours ago. The one that did come in the most recently is the New Hartford report, 11.2 inches from meteorologist Jill Reel in New Hartford. So we have seen quite a bit of snow. We are going to end up on the lower side of that 16 to 20 forecast though. Winter storm warnings are in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow. I do believe they will be canceled midday tomorrow. I don't think that they're going to stay into effect quite that long. Visibility remains poor as it remains blustery and the snow continues to blow around out there. Temperatures continue to rise. We're now in the high single digits, and some of us have actually cracked the 10-degree mark across the southern tier. We're tracking the back edge of the snow working through the Finger Lake region now. Extremely heavy snow working through Shenango and Otsego County, and that's where we're seeing these double-digit totals, and we're going to see the highest snow amounts. 7 degrees with light snow falling at Rome, 6-mile-per-hour breeze creating a negative 3-degree wind chill. Roads are very rough still across the area. If you do not have to head out tonight, do not. Road crews will be working all night to improve road conditions. We've gotten reports of accidents. We don't have any accidents showing up on the traffic flow, but the roads are rough out there. Lows tonight, 8 degrees right around midnight, and temperatures rise as the night progresses. Snow slowly becomes lighter as the night progresses as well. Coming up, we'll take a look at that snowfall map for how much snow we can see, how much snow we to expect before things are all said and done. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. Snow's been falling for over 12 hours now, and it continues to pile up. Almost every school in our area is under some sort of schedule change, either delay or cancellation. Many area businesses are closed or opening late on Monday morning. You can find the latest closing and delay information at the bottom of your screen or at WKTV.com. Several municipalities have also declared snow emergencies because of the storm in Oneida County. Here's the list. City of Utica, City of Rome, Village of Whitesboro, New York Mills, Yorkville, and New Hartford, along with the towns of Marcy, New Hartford, and the town of Kirkland. In Herkimer County, the town and village of Frankfort both declaring snow emergencies, along with the village of Ilion. You can find the list of snow emergencies, along with those school and business closings, on our website at WKTV.com, or again, they're scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Crews from the city of Utica DPW have been working since 2 o'clock this afternoon. They're not going to stop until the snow does. They want residents to be patient. They have a lot of roads to clear, so if they don't get to yours right away, don't worry, they will. They also need your help to make their jobs easier.
Let us do our job, and at 10 o'clock, please get your car off the roads. We need to clear the streets. It's going to be a long night, and we're just going to keep going around. We'll hit every street. We'll be there more than once, and just let us do our thing.
For any cars that are still on city streets right now, you will be ticketed or towed if your car is not moved. The Oneida Herkimer Solid Waste Authority is still collecting garbage tonight, but if you don't have to put your cans out, don't. They're telling residents if they can, hold on to your garbage and recycling until your next collection day. If you do have to put them out, use containers with lids. Make sure they are secured. City of Utica residents will also be able to bring their blue bags to the Eco Drop Center on Sewage Plant Road for free until Wednesday. Governor Hochul is urging everyone across New York to continue to stay home as the dangerous winter weather grips most of the state. She's activated the New York National Guard, sending 100 troops to the Hudson Valley in New York City. A statewide code blue alert remains in place. Temperatures are dropping to levels not seen in years.
Shocking reports out of Watertown. Actual temperature in Watertown was minus 34 and minus 49 in Copenhagen. That is not the real feel. That is not the wind chill. That is actual temperature. We warned this to be dangerously cold, and it is not it's been unrelenting.
The state of emergency still remains in effect because of the storm. Firefighters in Utica faced some.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday evening. We're tracking the back end of our nor'easter that has brought us quite a bit of snowfall. We're going to be on the lower end of our snowfall forecast, but that doesn't mean that conditions are not rough outside right now and that we still received a lot of snow. Take a look at downtown Utica, where we're closing in on double digits, right around 9 inches of snow in downtown Utica at this time. Still some light to steady snow falling, and that will continue for about another 45 minutes to an hour, and then scattered snow showers continue overnight. Heavy snow for a couple more hours, especially if you're north and east of Utica. Areas east of Utica see the heavy snow the longest. Snow continues overnight. All of the steady snow completely ends by 8 a.m. And then light snow intermittently and scattered throughout the day on Monday, with cold and snowy weather pattern ahead. We have widespread winter weather warnings in effect, winter storm warnings in effect for all of New York State, and these don't expire until 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. I do expect them to get canceled before 7 p.m. I don't think that the National Weather Service will keep them active quite that long. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We can see this is a quick moving system. We have a lot of heavy snow working across Otsego County right now. 2 to 3 inch per hour snowfall rates sliding into the eastern Mohawk Valley. Some lighter snow across central Oneida County. And we can see that back end of the steady snow already approaching the Syracuse area. Radar and satellite showing this storm has really continued to just work up the coast, and it is now beginning to move offshore. Zooming in, Boston continuing to see heavy snow. We are, again, nearing that back end. We are going to see an end to this steadier snowfall earlier than we originally anticipated. Lows tonight occur right at midnight. Lows are around 8 degrees at midnight, and then temperatures steadily rise into the mid-teens by the overnight. We're going to see wind gusts that pick up yet again tomorrow. The wind dies down overnight tonight, although it increases back again tomorrow during the afternoon. It goes the wind direction changes tomorrow morning to out of the west, and we get 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts, possibly 35 mile per hour gusts in the eastern Mohawk Valley, and gusty conditions continue to fall apart. Tonight, steady snow continues, poor visibility and slick roads. As we head into Monday, lingering lighter snowfall and scattered, but it's still going to be a very nasty Monday morning commute. It's going to take some time for the road crews to get caught up with the amount of snow that's fallen. We're now tracking much lighter, much more scattered snow, not this widespread, huge system spreading up the eastern seaboard. We're tracking a little bit of light lake effect snow in association with a little bit of a weak disturbance that's going to move through in the atmosphere over the next couple of days, only going to be bringing us light snow, very light snow. Very cold temperatures ahead for the week ahead. Highs only in the low 10s to teens. As we head towards next weekend, single digits with lows below 0. Our snowfall forecast, this was a bit of a miss on our end. 16 to 20 inches. Otsego County, Shenango County, well in excess of this. Some areas, Oneonta just reported 24 inches of snow. So it did verify in some locations. Unfortunately, Utica, Rome, and the Mohawk Valley look to be closer to 10 to 14 inches by the time all is said and done. This is the snowfall accumulation map for the remaining amount of snowfall from 11 p.m. tonight to 11 p.m. tomorrow night. In general, an additional 3 to 5 inches of snow across central New York, the highest of which will be across northwest Oneida County, where lake effect hangs on the longest. As we head into tomorrow, snow becomes scattered and much lighter in nature, and we're not going to see it add up as quickly. Again, just another trace to 3 inches after the sun rises tomorrow, and then some scattered lake effect snow showers as we head into the overnight. Tonight, lows are going to occur right around midnight, 8 degrees with snow falling. Taking a look at the 7-day forecast, a very wintry week ahead, but we're not going to see these major impacts like we saw today. We see calmer conditions as we head into the weekend with very cold temperatures.